Well, Mandur will be like any other village in Karnataka in just 5 months, according to the Chief Minister. But will it actually happen is the big question. Here's a report.
Garbage dumping in Mandur to stop immediately. A cleaner and healthier Mandur in 5 months. In a meeting with the Reswami and representatives of the village at his residence today, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah assured that garbage will not enter Mandur henceforth. In addition to this, he's also stated that the landfills will be cleared and the villagers will get their homes back. The ministers also agreed to give it in writing.
5 ತಿಂಗಳ ಕಾಲದೊಳಗಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಕಸವು ಬೀಳದೇ ಇರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಅವರು ಏರ್ಪಾಡು ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಭರವಸೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಶತಾಯುಗತಾಯು ನಾನು ಇದು ಮಾಡೋನಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಭರವಸೆ ಇಡಿ, ನಾನು ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಮಾತಿಗೆ ಬೆಲೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
But this is not the first time. Former Chief Minister Jagdish Shettar too had promised to rid Mandur of its garbage within a period of 1 year. Well, it was clearly not done. To avoid a similar situation this time around, the people of Mandur have put forth a few demands.
ಪ್ರತಿ ತಿಂಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಮಂಡೂರು ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇವರ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಭೆ ನಡೀಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಿಳಿಸಬೇಕು ಪ್ರತಿ ತಿಂಗಳು. ಮತ್ತು 2 ತಿಂಗಳ ಮುಂಚೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಅವಧಿಗೆ 2 ತಿಂಗಳ ಮುಂಚೆ 80% ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಇದು ನಾವು ಷರತ್ತು ಹಾಕಿರೋದು.
The officials have been asked to review the current situation in Mandur and start working on it immediately. Garbage in the existing landfills in Mandur will be covered with soil. This will be done to suppress the overpowering stench. Deep trenches around the landfills will be dug out to prevent the slush from contaminating water sources in the village. Though Palaki is allowed to dump garbage here, it will only be permissible between 10 in the night to 5 in the morning, and it will altogether stop by December 1st. To prevent additional load, the garbage from Devanahalli and Hoskote will not be dumped in Mandur. The contract given to Gayatri Srinivas Company will be reviewed. The work of every officer involved in the project will be closely monitored, and the monthly meetings will be chaired by the Chief Minister himself. The condition put forth by the people of Mandur is that 80% of their job be completed in the first 3 months itself. The first step will be to cover the garbage with soil. Then waste segregation will be taken up and garbage will not be dumped here henceforth. The Indian Institute of Science is expected to provide technical know-how to solve the issue faster. Solid waste apart, another major concern would be to tackle the water contamination issue. Following CM's assurance, the residents of Mandur have decided to go easy on the government for now. A News 9 report.
Well, moving on to some other news. Now, it is not just health issues that Ambrish has to tackle. The housing minister finds himself in the midst of illegal land dealings as well.
Ambrish was allotted a 50 by 80 site in 1986 by Mysore Urban Development Authority. Later in 1987, he was allotted another site by BDA measuring 122 by 80 for less than ₹1 lakh.
ಇವತ್ತು 3 ನಿವೇಶನಗಳನ್ನು ಅಕ್ರಮವಾಗಿ ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೂಡಲೇ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಇವರು ಏನು ಅಂಬರೀಶ್ ರವರು ನೈತಿಕ ಹೊಣೆ ಹೊತ್ತು ತಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ನೀಡಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಸುಳ್ಳು ವಿಳಾಸಗಳನ್ನ ನೀಡಿ ಏನು ಅಕ್ರಮ ಪಡೆದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಈಗ ಅವರ ಯೋಗ್ಯತೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
According to the 1991 Karnataka Development Authorities Act, a person cannot be allotted 2 sites by 2 urban development authorities. But Housing Minister Ambrish has not 1 or 2 but 3 sites in Mandya, Mysore and Bengaluru, all allotted by the respective development authorities.
ಮಂಡ್ಯ ನಗರ ಪ್ರಾಧಿಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಥಮ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗಾಕೊಂಡಂತ ಅಂಬರೀಶ್ ಅವರ ಏನು ನಿವೇಶನ ಹಂಚಿಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕುವೆಂಪು ನಗರ ಮೈಸೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಜೆಪಿ ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರು ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಪಾರವಾದಂಥ ನಂಬಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನಿಜ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಬರೀಶ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಂಬರೀಶ್ ನಿಜ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ ಜನತೆಯನ್ನು ಕಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಆಗಿದೆ.
Despite so much happening, Ambrish has not bothered to react to any of the allegations levelled against him. Will Ambi react at least now, or will he wait for more controversies to brew? Ravi Lalipalya for News 9 Mandya.
Well, the police have recovered gold to the tune of 1.5 crore rupees after the notorious gangster Kunigal Ravi gave them details about the loots he had engineered with his accomplices before being arrested by the police on the 18th of May 2014.
The very utterance of his name would make people tremble with fear. Yes, we are talking about Kunigal Giri, a notorious rowdy. According to the police, as many as 108 cases were registered against him and 56 of them in Bengaluru alone. He was involved in extortion, dacoity and even robbery cases. The audacity with which he committed robberies deserves a special mention. He, along with his gang, would just walk into the residences and steal valuables and cash, threatening the inmates.
Was involved in the crimes since 2004 or 5, when he was first caught in Malleshwaram in chain snatching cases, and he used to be inside the jail, make new accomplices in the jail by coming in contact with them, the robbery and the dacoity, and he had created a lot of terror among the common citizens.
We had reported about a robbery that took place in film actor P. Harsha's residence. There too, it was the handiwork of Giri. But there is one thing we must tell you. These members refused to take the Mangal Sutra of Harsha's mother, who herself offered it. Of late, he was targeting clubs across the city and his looting spree had continued unabated. It is alleged that they would go out of the city after committing robbery and spend generously while resorting to lavish lifestyle in motels and resorts. The other interesting aspect of Giri and his gang's attitude was to offer 10% of their loot to Lord Venkateshwara in Tirupati. They believed that this deed would wash away their sins. It was alleged that he had hatched a plan to eliminate Akbaruddin Owaisi, an MLA in the erstwhile Andhra Pradesh and president of All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin. Probably he was on his mission before being arrested by a special team of Bengaluru police led by Joint Commissioner of Police Hemant Nimbalkar. The police arrested him on 18th May in Hindupur after a high drama unfolded on the streets of this town in Andhra Pradesh. When Giri came to know that the police had come to arrest, he tried to escape on a motorbike. But in his attempt to flee, he hit the median and fell on the ground, injuring himself badly. The police immediately rushed him to a hospital and later he was shifted to Bengaluru Ambedkar Medical College. Once his treatment was over, the police took him in their custody and interrogated.
He has been interrogated and property has been recovered, and today we have returned the property to the complainants, the victims. In this, I profusely thank our friends from the media and also some of the civilians and the complainants themselves.
Well, during the interrogation, he is alleged to have spilled the beans about his accomplices and the loots. The police had arrested 16 of his accomplices and recovered 4.5 kgs of gold, 9 two-wheelers and 2 pistols. C.R. Manjunath, News 9, Bengaluru.